a busy few days over in League One, but Portsmouth still running away with it. But of course, who will join them in the Championship next time around? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, back in our production video today. We're taking a look at, of course, League One, match number 36, and we'll get to that in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe, and your one-stop shop for League One is right here. At Blackburn Overseas, we've got Wolves football, Rovers football, everything here, all under one roofski. That's right, Portsmouth currently dominating it with, of course, we look at a 7-point gap between themselves and third. They look destined for the Championship, which, of course, has been a long time coming. But who will join them? Will it be Derby? Will it be Bolton? Will it be Barnsley? Of course, it is a very, very heated race for that second automatic spot over League One. And of course, maybe get a bit of clarity in all of that in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs, though. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, make sure you smash the old subscribe if you're new and hit the old like, guys. We're trying to get to 30 likes on this video. Can we do it? That's all down to you. Not down to me. It's down to you. And of course, if you could do that, that will, of course, improve the channel, improve the engagement, improve the competitiveness, and improve the banter, of course, in the comments down below. But anyway, let's get cracking and have a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about this, guys. It's a recap of course, the games that took place last weekend. Not the games in midweek. There was a handful of games in midweek. These were the last weekend's full fixture list, so let's get into it then. Of course, looking back, Wigan with a 1-1 draw against Cheltenham. I went with a 2-1 win myself, not too shabby there. Meanwhile, Peterborough with a 1-0 away win against Cambridge. Of course, Neil Harris now on the books of Millwall. Blackpool, big 4-1 win over Bolton, of course. Big Lancashire affair, that one. I went with a 2-2 draw on that one. Bristol Rovers with a 2-1 win over Carlisle, got them on spot on the nose. Northampton Town with a 2-0 win over Burton. They're still up there, a little bit cut off from that playoff race. Meanwhile, Charlton and Portsmouth 0-0 draw. I went with the 1-1 draw on that one. Of course, Nathan Jones trying to grind it out with Charlton right now. Exeter with a draw against Fleetwood. I went with a 2-1 win for Exeter. Barnsley with a 2-1 win over Derby. Got them on spot on the nose as well. Shrewsbury 3-2 away win over Reading. Of course, their season continues to flap around a little bit. Stevenage, 1-0 winners over Wickham. Continued their good, strong performance this season and remain in those playoff spots. Oxford United lose to Leyton Orient. Of course, they are still in the mixer there. I'd love to see Leyton Orient in the Championship. And Port Vale with, of course, Darren Moore at the helm. 2-0 loss to Lincoln. But don't worry, they did get up a win, I think, this midweek. Of course, anyway, that's the situation. The full games last week. This is the table as it stands, of course. So here we go. It is Pompey. It is Derby up there alongside the Bolton, Barnsley, Peterborough, and then Stevenage make up the playoffs. According to my data, it's Carlisle, it's Fleetwood, it's Port Vale, and it's Cheltenham right now. Reading just outside there. Charlton also just outside there as well. So Reading, despite it being 14th in this is, of course, without the points deduction. And Wigan also nowhere near that 10th spot. Of course, they're more like 14th right now, 13th right now. So this is so what you see on here is not actually legit. But I'm telling you, just listen to what I'm saying here, guys. Carlisle, Fleetwood, Port Vale, Cheltenham going down as it stands. That's, of course, the state of play in the table. But, of course, that's all could change this weekend. What can't change right now is the prediction league, because I was slow out of the blocks last week. A lot going on behind the scenes, not in a good way. Personal stuff with my pooch and all that kind of jazz. A very, very long week it was last week, so I missed it. So these are not this is the current state of play. Nothing changed last week. Now, absolutely nothing. The scores stayed absolutely the same, but we all dealt the same hand. It wasn't like I was favouring anybody else. But we're going to be back this weekend, so make sure you keep your eyes open for the prediction league drop, which should be within the same time frame of this video. Anyway, let's get cracking. Of course, look forward to the next round of games. It is, of course, a busy weekend of March football, starting off with Bolton against Cambridge coming at you. Let's get into this one now. They have played each other 7 times. So 2023 was Bolton, 1 for Cambridge, 3 draws, of course. Bolton, 2-0 win the biggest score, 8 goals in 7 matches, 1.14 goals a game. Cambridge, 1-0 win the biggest score, 5 goals in 7 matches, 0.71 goals a game. Cambridge just 1 win in 6 for them at the moment, 17% form. They are 16th in the table, 38 points on the board right now. Up against the Bolton side, 50% form for them, who are 3rd, 66 points on the board right now. Back-to-back defeats for them, just 1 win in 4 for Bolton at the moment. Last round, though, in Bolton, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2023. The reverse fixture in Cambridge this campaign was not long ago. It was actually about a week ago. It was a 2-1 win for Bolton in Cambridge. The odds for this one, though, 7-4 on is your Bolton, 92 is your away win, 13-5, of course, is the draw here. Bolton going to make it back-to-back wins, of course. Yes, they are. 2-0 win, job done. We'll see about that then. Meanwhile, Carlisle against Reading coming at you over in Carlisle this weekend. They have played each other just the one time. We'll talk about that that shortly. Carlisle, 17% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6. Of course, big win it was last week. They are 24th with 23 points on the board against the Reading side. Officially on paper, 20th at the table, 36 points on the board, just 1 win in 4, of course. However, they did pick up a 5-1 win against Carlisle early in the campaign back in November at the Matchday. 5-1 win it was as well. Carlisle 11-5 for the victory, 21-20 is your Reading, 12-5 is the draw. I'm also going with a draw on this one. Carlisle feeding off the win last week, maybe grinding out another result to maybe get a point in the bag. Meanwhile, kicking off further is Cheltenham. It's Burton. It's coming at you over in Cheltenham. Now, these two sides have played each other 16 times 2010. 5 wins for Cheltenham, 7 wins for Burton, 4 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Cheltenham is a 2-0 win, scoring 20 goals in 60 matches, 1.25 goals a game heading into this one. Burton, though, 3-1 win, the biggest, scoring 23 goals in 60 matches, 1.44 goals a game. 42% form for Burton right now, back-to-back defeats. They are 17th in the table, 38 points on the board against the Cheltenham side. 58% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 5. 21st in the table, 33 points on the board as well. Last time around, though, over in Cheltenham, it was a 0-0 draw back in April 2023. They've yet to play in Burton, so I think that game is coming up to very, very soon. But Burton are unbeaten against Cheltenham over the last 6, 3 wins and 3 draws to boot. However, the bookies odds here 11-8 on is your Cheltenham, 11-4 the draw, 7-2 is your Burton. I'm back in Cheltenham here. They're on a bit of an uptick of form, and hopefully they can grind out another one this weekend. Derby County against Port Vale, bit of a crunch clash this one over in Derby. Of course, played each other 8 times in 1994. I think Darren Moore, wasn't he a Derby County player? I'm actually going to Google that right here, right now. Let me just Google that. I just want to testing my ball knowledge, because I'm pretty good at ball knowledge. Same age as me, give or take. Yep, play for Derby. Play for Derby. Of course he bloody did. Anyway, kicking off forward, it is Derby. Here's Port Vale at Pride Park. Played to the 8 times in 1984. 4 wins for Derby, 2 for Port Vale, 2 draws so far. Derby, a 5-3 win, the biggest, scoring 12 goals in 8 matches, 1.50 goals a game. Port Vale, though, 2-1 win, the biggest, 8 goals in 8 matches, 1 goal a game on average. Port Vale, though, 70% form for them right now. Haven't won in the last 10 matches. They are 22nd in the table, 32 points on the board. Against the Derby side, 58% form for them right now. Back-to-back defeats. They are second, 66 points on the board as well. Last time around, though, over at Pride Park, it was a 2-1 win for Port Vale. Right, that's right, back in October 2022. In fact, the away side has not lost this game since Port Vale beat them at Port Vale in 1995. The odds here, 5-2 on is your Derby, 7-2 the draw, 5-1 is your long shots. I'm going to go with a 3-2 win for Derby. Port Vale are in trouble, guys. No lie there. Meanwhile, Fleetwood Town against Wigan. A bit of a Northwest crunch clash here. Played each other 13 times since 2015. 2 wins for Fleetwood, 9 for Wigan, 2 draws, of course. The biggest win for Fleetwood was 1-0 win, scoring 18 goals in 13 matches, 1.38 goals a game. Wigan, though, 4-0 win, the biggest, scoring 33 goals in 13 matches, 2.54 goals a game on average. Wigan, 58% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 3, 13th for the table, 44 points on the board. Against the Fleetwood Town side, winless in 5, 42% form for them right now. They're 23rd with 28 points on the board as well. Last time around, they're over at Fleetwood in the league. It was a 3-2 win for Wigan back in November 2021. The reverse fixture this campaign back in Wigan was a 3-0 win for Wigan. Way back in match number 20. They've also played each other in this campaign in the EFL Trophy Northern. It was a 4-3 penalty victory for Wigan. Goodness gracious me. So back-to-back wins for them, of course. But the bookies odds for this one, Fleetwood 13-10 for the victory, 17-10 is your Wigan, 12-5 is the draw. Going to go with a 1-1 draw here, point apiece. I think Fleetwood would be happy with that one. Wigan, not so much. Leyton Orient against Bristol Rovers coming at you at Brisbane Road. They have played each other 26 times since 2003. We got 10 wins for Leyton Orient, 10 for Bristol Rovers, 6 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for the Orient, 5-0 win, scoring 59 goals in 26 matches, 2.27 goals a game on average. Bristol Rovers, though, 2-0 win, the biggest, scoring 49 goals in 26 matches, 1.88 goals a game heading into this one. Bristol Rovers, though, 50% form for them right now, 1-3, lost 3, heading into this one, 12th in the table, 46 points on the board. Against the Leyton Orient side, 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 4, 8th in the table, 54 points on the board as well. Last time around, though, over at Brisbane Road, it was a 2-0 win for Bristol Rovers back in February 2022. The reverse fixture this campaign was a 1-1 draw over in Bristol back in November 2023. The odds for this one, we have a 6-5 on is your Orient, 12-5 the draw, 70-10 is, of course, your actually, what did I say there? What did I say? I said 6-5 on is your Orient, 12-5, of course, is your draw, 14-5 is your Bristol Rovers on this one. I am going to go with a win for Orient. 2-1 win, take it to the house, and of course move the chain. Alright then, folks, moving on to Lincoln City against Stevenage, of course, over at Central Bank. Now, these two sides have played each other 7 times in 2010. 3 wins for Lincoln, 3 for Stevenage, and 1 draw so far. Lincoln, 3-0 win, the biggest, scoring 9 goals in 7 matches, 1.29 goals a game. Stevenage, 1-0 win, the biggest, scoring 7 goals in 7 matches, 1 goal a game on average. Stevenage, back-to-back wins for them at the moment, 42% form, 6th in the table, 59 points right now. Lincoln, absolutely flying right now, 90% form for them right now, winning 5 of the last 6 games, 10th for the table, 51 points on the board. These are the team to avoid right now. Last time around, though, over at Lincoln, it was a 2-2 draw back in February 2019. That was in League 2. The reverse fixture in Stevenage this campaign was back in November. It was a 1-0 win for Stevenage. The odds for this one, 15-8 is your Lincoln, 23-10. The draw, 29-20, your away win here. 1-1 draw in the end, point apiece. We'll see about that and move along as well. Northampton Town against Charlton, coming at you at Sixfields. They played each other 7 times, 2016, 2 for Northampton, 4 for Charlton, 1 draw so far. Northampton Town 3-2 win the biggest, got 8 goals in those 7 matches, 1.14 goals a game. Charlton, though, 4-0 win the biggest, got 16 goals in those 7 matches, 2.29 goals a game on average. Charlton under, of course, Nathan Jones, unbeaten in the last 4, 19th at the table, 37 points on the board against the Northampton Town side, 50% form for them, unbeaten in the last 3, 1-2 and drawn 1. Of course, heading into this one, they are 11th with 48 points on the board. Last time around, though, over in Northampton, it was a 2-0 win for Charlton back in October 2020. The reverse fixture at the Valley was a 3-2 win for Northampton way back in January 2024. The odds for this one, we have what we got going on. Northampton 8-5 for the victory, 29-20 is your Charlton, 23-10 is of course your draw. 1-0 win for Charlton on this one, takes you to the house and move the chains. Big win for them, of course, down the foot end of the table. Peterborough against Exeter, coming at you over at Peterborough. They have played to the 7 times, 2010. 4 wins for Posh, 2 wins for Exeter, 1 draw so far. Peterborough, though, 3-0 win the biggest, scoring 15 goals in 7 matches, 2.14 goals a game on average. Exeter, 2-1 win the biggest, scoring 8 goals in 7 matches, 1.14 goals a game. Exeter, 42% form for them right now without a win in 3. They are 15th with 40 points on the board against the Peterborough side. Back-to-back wins for them, 5th in the table, 59 points on the board. They've salvaged their season there with those 2 wins as they remain in the top 6. The last time around, over at Peterborough, was a 3-1 win for Posh back in April 2023. The reverse fixture at Exeter wasn't that long ago, back in Feb. It was a 2-1 win for Exeter way back when. The odds for this one then, we got Peterborough 29 on for the victory, 16-5 is the draw, 5-1 of course your away win here. 2-0 win for the Posh to take it to the house and move the chains. Portsmouth against Oxford in the Musinho Derby, I believe. I think he played for Oxford, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was a big time player. Anyway, they played each other 31 times in 1983. Did he actually manage them? I think he did. Musinho, let me have a little look. I know he played for Oxford. Yeah, didn't manage Oxford, but it is the John Musinho Derby. Of course, now these two sides have played each other. Where are we? Where are we, Dirk? They played each other 31 times in 1983. 9 wins for Pompey, 10 for Oxford, 12 draws, of course. The Portsmouth 4-1 win the biggest, scoring 47 goals in 31 matches, 1.52 goals a game. Oxford 3-0 win the biggest, scoring 51 goals in 31 matches, 1.65 goals a game. Oxford 50% form for them right now, 1-1 lost 1 and drawn 4. They are 7th, 57 points on the board against the Portsmouth side. 83% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 6 games. They are top with 73 points on the board as well. Last time around, though, over at Fratton Park, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2022. The reverse fixture at the Kazan was a 2-2 draw back in January 2024. In fact, the last 3 matches between the two sides have all ended up all square. The odds here, 6-4 on is your Portsmouth, 10-3 is, of course, your away win, 14-5 the draw. 3-2 win for Pompey on this one. We'll take it to the house and see what we get. Meanwhile, Shrewsbury Town against Blackpool. Let's get into this one over at Shrewsbury. They played each other 12 times, 2014, 8 for Shrewsbury, 1 for Blackpool, 3 draws so far. Shrewsbury, 4-2 win the biggest, scoring 15 goals in 12 matches, 1.25 goals a game. Blackpool, though, 4-0 win the biggest, scored 9 goals in 12 matches, 0.75 goals a game on average. 2 wins the last 6 for Blackpool right now, 42% form for them. They are 9th, 53 points on the board against the Shrewsbury Town side, 18th for the table, 38 points on the board, just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them heading into this one. Last time around, though, over at Shrewsbury, it was a 1-0 win for the Shrews back in December 2020. Reverse fixture at Bloomfield Road in Blackpool was a 4-0 win back in November this campaign. The odds here, 5-2 is your Shrewsbury, 2017 on is your Blackpool, 13-5 of course is your draw. A tight one here. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, point apiece, and we'll see if I'm right or wrong. And finally, Wycombe Wanderers against Barnsley coming at you over at Adams Park. So they have played 10 times 2003, 2 for Wycombe, 6 for Barnsley, 2 draws so far. Wycombe 3-0 win the biggest, scoring 10 goals in those 10 games. That's a goal a game on average, guys. You know the math. Meanwhile, Barnsley 3-1 win the biggest, scoring 13 goals in 10 matches, 1.30 goals a game as well. 67% form for Barnsley right now, coming at you unbeaten in the last 5, 4th in the table, 63 points on the board against the Wycombe side. Just 1 defeat in the last 4, 58% form for them. They are 14th, 41 points on the board as well. Last time around, over at Wycombe, it was a 1-0 win for Barnsley back in March 2023. The reverse fixture at Oakwell was a 1-0 win for Barnsley as well back in November. The odds for this one, we're looking at 29-20 is your Wycombe, 8-5 is of course your Barnsley, 12-5 the draw. Barnsley keeping up with the heat at the top of the table there with a 2-0 win. That, my friends, is my picks. What about, of course, the state of play of the table? Well, if I'm right with my picks, the table will look like this. Portsmouth top of the charts, 76 points right now. Derby will win second alongside Bolton. Barnsley, as you were, Peterborough and Stevenage keeping up the heat as well. Going down, Carlisle, Fleetwood, Port Vale, Cheltenham, something along those lines, of course. We'll see if I'm right, see if I'm wrong. Don't forget to smash your like, guys. Of course, we're trying to get up to 30 likes on the video. Can you do that? It would be absolutely massive if you could. But until then, we'll see you soon for the next one. Be safe out there and, of course, keep on predicting.